Hello. Let's test the volume. Volume is working. Hello, Dylan. I recognize that name. How's it going? Good to hear. My day's been good. A bit slow as it has been lately, but watched some stuff and been at least a little bit productive with art, so that's always nice. And gonna play a little bit of Minecraft today. I wanna do some exploring related things. There's a jungle that I saw but didn't go to, and I want to get thinking I want to get a cartographer villager set up. All my resource packs. Always a little saddened to have to cut off broken clocks. Oh. Maybe to start, I should get some more ender chests. Last time I went and got a bunch of, where'd I put it? Well, a bunch of this stuff. Oh, it's probably in my ender chest. Yeah, a bunch of these. So now I'm just limited by the amount of obsidian that I have. And I almost forgot. I've got this lovely little mine entrance. Didn't expect the zombie. Where might I be able to find some lava? You were lurking, so you didn't realize at first. Oh. Thanks for mentioning that. I did, in fact, forget to switch the screens. Second time I've done that now. I suppose it's a thing that happens. This cave feels familiar. I mean, evidently I've been here since there's torches, but I wonder. I feel like I might have died in there at some point. Lava? Oh, it's my first time picking up lava with a bucket. There's just one source block of lava though, so not exactly what I'm looking for. I hear more. Oh! Hello, random diamond. Well, that is another source block. And a zombie. I suppose I'll take what lava I can find. I found 2 redstone ore, 2 diamonds, and 2 lapis lazuli. That's so bizarre. Is this gonna be 2 iron? Indeed, it was. That is how very silly. More than 2 gold. monsters. Oh. I'm on fire and my buckets are full of lava. I recently made some adjustments to my computer to hopefully improve performance. So maybe that'll, well, hopefully that'll prevent any like issues that I had been having in Minecraft. I wasn't really thinking about Minecraft when I did it, but I had been having some issues, so I don't know. Hopefully. Did I? Yeah. Some diamonds back here that I skipped over. I kind of want to make a point to collect ore blocks more. And especially when I'm not actively needing the ore itself. Because they really can be quite nice for decoration. is a bit rough on the inventory to to just mine up all the blocks though, to keep them as ore blocks. So you can't condense them that way. More lava source blocks, but still no lava pool. Big cavern. Oh. Sorry, Enderman, I didn't mean to anger you. I thought I could look adjacently at its eyes through a spyglass, but I guess that is a bit too close. My inventory is feeling very full. Oh. That is a spooky crevasse. Oh, more diamonds that I missed. Do I hear lava, or is that just like the music? Oh. Yeah, it might have just been the music. How do I get back? Oh, I think it was up this way. Another Enderman. I haven't gone down here. I guess just that little bit. I hear lava. Oh. It's another single block. Oh. Wow. Just 2 hits for that Enderman. I wonder if it was damaged at all. Well, I am having so little luck, and have had so little luck finding lava pools. I think I found like one, which is where I was able to get a little bit of obsidian but still not very much. I think I'm just gonna set up a lava farm. Which feels like an incredibly silly way of getting obsidian specifically. But like, I just feel like I can't find it anywhere. At least nowhere that I can remember. So yeah, I got 5 buckets of lava. So that's pretty good for setting up a farm. A small lava farm. Once again, I don't know where I'm going. That's a whole lot of copper. Geode? I have been to this. That's fun. If my inventory weren't so full, I could say how that happened. I might collect some of this calcite, because I do need a bunch of that. Or, I want a bunch of it anyways. Slime? Now that's interesting. I guess there's a slime chunk somewhere in this area. I'm starting to think I might not be getting back out through the mine that I built. Because that would require me getting back to that area. How do I get out of here at all? I more or less recognize this cave. but I don't recall how to actually leave it. Guess I could try underpiling. Whoa. There's a mine shaft. I think I've discovered that before, but I did forget all about it. I think I see light. And I do see light. The question is if it's actually an exit, which it looks to be. Yeah. Okay. Well, not successful in the way that I was hoping, but generally successful mining trip. Put all these ores away. should I set up a lava farm? Because I've learned from Hermitcraft that apparently it is quite volatile in the way that it spreads. So like if I was just to put it down here somewhere, there's probably a good chance that it would spread upwards and catch my floor / walls on fire, and that would just be disastrous. So we need like a proper space to put it. I probably could make it like a spot in here somewhere that works, like perhaps right here. But I don't know if I want to chance that. Oh yeah. So very surprising news for the upcoming Minecraft drop. We now have 2 pre-releases out, and the first of which they finished adding all the baby mobs, and so of course I wasn't expecting anything too major after that, but they released the first pre-release and it just has an addition to the time command that lets you change how quickly the day cycle proceeds. So you can speed it up or slow it down. And that's been like one of my most desired features. So I'm very surprised and very happy about that. Okay, what if... maybe I put this down in this cave. I could build like a blacksmith, and that could be a good area for it, but I think for now So I have something and I don't need to think too much about it. I think this would be good. I did in fact forget the dripstone, so I'll need to go back up for that. I don't know if there needs to be a block above the dripstone, but I don't think there does. But since there's space, I'll leave one. Which is not a full block. The middle. Okay. I also don't know if that matters, but it might, and so just in case. Might as well do it properly. Buckets could be a nice thing to have in my ender chest. Oh. And of course I did actually have some dripstone on me because I forgot to put it away. How silly. Okay. Is there an easy way up here? No. Really ought to light this cave up more. Ideally, I would prefer to not have any visitors. See, I think it's this pillar they keep spawning on. Maybe these caves. Little bit of a noodle cave through there. How easily can I get up here? Well, I guess it gets to this point and then I can't. Oh. You can hear the copper golems opening chests. up that side of the mountain pretty easily though. So I think this most recent lodestone compass in this bundle should be to the jungle. But you know, maybe before that, let's get the revival process on this zombified villager started. Okay. Oh. So that compass is pointing this way? This is not the direction that I was expecting. Okay. No, that must be pointing towards something else. Might be that lodestone compass just on the mountain. Well, maybe not. Oh. I guess it was pointing towards something that isn't there anymore. Now I'm confused. Okay, this compass, this is the compass for that lodestone. And it does remember it. I don't know what these three are. One of them is for the Nether. I'm very confused. A rabbit's foot. Okay, I'm gonna assume that this is the compass, since it actually leads somewhere in the overworld. Yeah, I kinda thought it was in the opposite direction as this, but maybe this is where the swamp and jungle that I found were. I mean, I don't know why else I would have put a lodestone out this way. Oh, big cave. So here's a dark oak forest. Which I believe there was one of these. Where I'm trying to get to. Oh, there's a lush cave. How fun. Where is this compass taking me to? Because none of this seems familiar to me. Oh, wait, I did have to go across. I did have to travel across some water. I forgot about that. Because was I looking for acacia? not sure. I was looking for something. Oh, there's a shipwreck. Yeah, this has gotta be it. Probably. That's strange. Carrots and suspicious stew. Is that all? I feel like there's supposed to be more. But I don't know where it would be. Well, perhaps there is, perhaps there isn't. Oh. Well, I found lava. Yeah, all of that, and the easiest way to find lava is probably just run around on the surface for a bit. I don't know how much obsidian I want. 32 would get me 4 ender chests. Oh, I could just take out this whole top layer. I might just do that. Yeah, Minecraft Live has officially been announced. And well, I know at least one other person was thinking this as well. I'm sure there were more, but one other person that I saw. But I was correct that oh yeah, it's next week. I don't know. Some people were acting like it has to be announced like 3 weeks in advance or something. And I just don't think that's true. So yeah, it's Saturday the 21st. I'm excited. Life has had its issues in recent years, but I still just always enjoy whatever they announce. I think it's fun and exciting to see what they have in store. Might not be any obsidian under that, or lava under that. I might go back and mine out the rest of that. Oh, why do I never think to bring a bed with me? But you know, if I could make it to this swamp. Oh, sorry, horse. There's a small chance that I could find a swamp zombified villager. That would be very lovely. Yeah, there's the shattered savanna that I stumbled onto before. Oh, this is a swamp. I don't think I had noticed this before. It's probably a bit smaller. That's, oh gosh, a lot of lava down in that cave. It's a lot of lava. Ow. Ow. Okay, forests are kind of awful to traverse, but we shall try nonetheless. Oh, it's so bright. I really need to get a resource pack to darken the inventory screens. It's just, it's like light mode, you know? You just kind of like flashbang yourself, which is not very pleasant. What I should probably do is just... Oh, well, I should go to... I should go to the lodestone and then tie up my horse there. It's quite awkward to traverse on a horse. There's always creepers everywhere. How do I get to this last time? Here we go. I've been poisoned again. This poison will go away eventually, I'm sure. Ooh, slime. think of it, did I put slime... Did I put the slime I collected in the copper chest? Because I don't... Pretty sure I didn't have any of that before, so... Whichever golem picked that up would still be searching for a place to put it. I wasn't anticipating getting all of this slime, but this is great. Okay, I'm gonna hang out in this water for just a sec while I go turn on a light in my room. And back. Oh yeah, and there's a mangrove. There's a mangrove swamp over here. That's not fully grown. Does fortune work on cocoa beans, I wonder? I think I've tested this and concluded that no, it doesn't. But I'm not sure. maybe I should hold on to all of these jungle saplings. If I only got 6 from all of that. There's another one. Did not need to show hitboxes for that. Okay. I saw some fully grown cocoa beans. Here. Oh. Yeah, so do they just always drop 3? I wonder. I'm glad I checked my pickaxe, because I almost just lost my ender chest right there. Hi, kitty. I actually could have made another one, because I have this Eye of Ender on me. Huh. What do you know? I made the vines in my 3D pack. My 3D block pack. "3D blocks" being like very light term. In fact, I don't think this is a 3D pack. Yeah, no, I'm just using my normal one. Anyways, I gave the vines a bit of depth like I did for ladders and rails. And I think I do like it from the front, but the back, I don't know if it's worth it because it gets really dark. There's something weird about the shading. I don't know. Maybe that's fine. It is a bit strange though. Very consistently dropping 3. If I try fortune, doesn't seem to change anything. See, I think cocoa beans do just always drop 3 at a time. No, I should replant these. Just for the sake of it, you know? is that just a stump? How strange. Oh gosh. What? Huh? I guess I should have left those cocoa beans because they were growing out of dirt. It is certainly not something you see every day. Bird? Come on. Okay, why does the game not want to give me any seeds whatsoever? There we go. I got 6. Now, where did the bird go? Ocelot? Oh. Hello. That's fun. There's the bird. Okay, I was correct to continue to get more and more seeds. Bird. If only I could go down. You hurt my bird. If only I could drop down a block without the bird getting kicked from my shoulder. Oh, wait, you... Okay, well... I did, and then I didn't. my bird back to Rover to the lodestone along with the horse, because currently this is very unsafe. Also, can I feed parrots seeds to heal them? I don't know if that's a thing. It should be a thing, but I don't know if it is. Does not seem like it. Yeah, they really need to update the birds. Update the parrots in this game. There you go, little bird. Could have expected to take more damage, considering I don't have feather falling. I suppose it really wasn't that far of a drop, though. Why is it always Creeper? Oh. Since I have a arrow of poison, I can start using that now. If I so desire. I just gotta be very careful to always to quickly go and retrieve it each time. You know, spectral arrows, I'm sure you have to worry about them disappearing. Oh, you can't lead parrots. Interesting. Yeah, otherwise, spectral arrows, they don't turn into normal arrows. You know, they're gonna remain the type of arrow that they are. But tipped arrows, after shooting them, they will lose their tipped effect after a few seconds. Which is not ideal. Well, you know what? Get on my shoulder. Dang it. Come, Nautilus? Oh, there's so many. Please, parrot. Ah. There we go. Yeah. I was gonna have it like flying behind me trying to keep up, but you can do this. I mean, you know, it's kind of like the whole thing with them sitting on your shoulder. You're like a pirate. Now, can you get on my shoulder when I'm on a horse? It seemed like they were trying and were unsuccessful, but you can get on a horse while they're on your shoulder at least. But what if I go down a block? Oh. Can I? Really now? So you can do this. No problem, but Mojang. Like I know there's concern with you have to be able to get the parrot off your shoulder somehow. But I want to be able to run around with them on my shoulder. I guess it's nice that you can do it on a horse at least, but I'd rather that not be a requirement. Oh. Now why did that happen? It's because I no. I don't know why it got kicked off. You know, I was gonna go back for that obsidian, but I think that's okay actually. Oh, it doesn't like the water? I wonder if that's old functionality. Because that would have made sense when you got kicked off your horse. And that's how it worked for a long while, is horses just couldn't swim through water. But now they can, so that shouldn't happen. Village. Oh, I made it. Oops. I may have been taking a sip of my 7-Up. Bird. Thank you. Horse. Yeah, so horse can't take damage, or else the bird gets kicked off. That makes sense. Seems fair enough. It's very fun how nearby these 3 villages are. Well, I mean, it's 3 villages, all very close together. It's not something you see very often. Although surprisingly, I have actually seen it recently in another survival world. Oh no. Come on, bird. Work with me, please. Oh my gosh. Ow. Rest in peace, bird. Have I mentioned I actually don't like creepers very much, I've decided. Now I don't know where my horse is either. There it is. Well, you know, if they didn't have to make parrots so difficult to work with, then I don't think that would have happened, but oh well. I'll go back to that jungle for another parrot some other time. And I keep forgetting to try to get a happy ghast every time I go to the nether. So I'll remember that one of these times. And hopefully, all right, maybe next time I go over to that area, I'll go there with a happy ghast and just float peacefully above everything. Slowly but peacefully. Now I'm not sure where I am right now. Is this a new village? Or did I accidentally circle back around to one? Whatever the case, I'm definitely sleeping through the night, because the monsters are just kind of annoying when you don't want them. I love these vertical fence posts. Okay, empty chest. I have definitely been here. Probably. Where is home? Home is this away. Oh. And indeed it is. Oh, that village, that's not the same village. Right? That village is so close by. Is that a different village? I'm not sure if I knew about this one. That's so interesting. Wait, was that a kitty cat? Kitty cat. Hello. I might already have that type. I don't know. I might try to come back for it if I don't seem to. Nice. Why did my horse just leap like that when I got off it? Yeah, I think this is the same type of cat that I just saw. So I'm pretty sure I did in fact already have it. Yeah. Yeah, I did give that one slime. But it didn't have anywhere to go. That's resolved now though. Sorry about that, bud. Oh, I had 30 obsidian this whole time. Okay, well. You know, I suppose it happens. I have so much honeycomb, oh my goodness. Which is great. You know, if I ever try to do some really big project, I will be very happy to have all of that. Why did I leave these gaps here? I don't know. Well, yeah, I'll probably end up organizing that all quite differently. Flowers, blue orchid. Yet more obsidian. Oh, how many eyes of how many ender chests do I want to make? You know, let's start with just one for now. I feel like, oh yeah, I have 16 ender pearls in here. Okay. I was gonna say, I feel like I have more ender pearls than this. And I do. So yeah, I have plenty for a few ender pearls and, or for a few ender chests. And for enough eyes to get to the stronghold. Let's see, how does one make a cartography table? Nice. Pretty simple, just four wood, like you would a crafting table, and 2 paper on top. We're gonna need to make another house for this villager. Are you cured? You are. put the house. Oh, I might put the house here, rotated. I don't know what trades you want for cartographers. But you know what? I can get a lot of paper. And what do I need for these? Bunch of cherry logs. Or, well, a few cherry logs and some cherry planks. And a bunch of deep slate. Oh, I think there's also some pink stained glass windows. I should carry a cherry boat around with me. Oh. I also gonna need some more fences. Hopefully that'll be a good amount. Oh, and I need mangrove for the floor. I have plenty of slabs. Okay, 3x5 floor. Oh. I think right about here is probably a good spot. It's really nice not having to think too much about how to build these. I guess those are just tiles. So 7? Oh. Okay, and I did use slabs for those. You know, I should have traded with the cartographer while working on all of that. Sugarcane. Gonna need lots and lots of paper. This is close to the amount of fences that I need. Savannah Village. That is interesting. Oh yeah, let's move this in here. Suddenly I'm in need of a lot more sugarcane. Which is great, honestly. I need to get them a bed. There we go. Yeah. Wait, can I do that infinite glass trade? Ooh. I think I can. You can trade librarians, emeralds for glass, And then you craft that glass into glass panes, and you can trade those with cartographers for emeralds. And you get more glass panes from the librarians, from the crafting the glass into panes. You get more of that from the librarians than you lose. Well, the point is, it's a net profit on your part, and of course you're limited to how much you can trade in a day, or you're limited by their stock, but you are able to just continuously do that. Oh yeah. I think it was a very fun decision to build, or to put all this sugarcane around a cherry tree. I am pleased with that choice. I'm really pleased with this map texture that I made. I think it's very nice. The default one is just paper. It just looks like some tan paper. I don't think that's very unique. I mean, obviously, it's not. I should put lanterns above, around the roofs of all of these houses. Maybe I'll leave the bushes. Trial Explorer map. And an Ocean Explorer map. And pink banners. Oh my goodness. Wait, that's actually amazing. And a Woodland Explorer map. Okay, I've maxed it out. There we go. And the globe banner pattern. Yeah, that's a really nice villager to have. Oh, I can make a bell. Well, not make. I can get a bell. Hello. Wow. Yeah, I think I know what my next stream is gonna look like. Definitely want to make a more proper, more interesting village center, but something simple like that'll do for now. You know, I am curious. How close is this trial chamber gonna be? Because honestly, probably pretty close. I think there's a very high likelihood of that. Oh. I need one of those maps. I think I do. I definitely want to make more specialized builds for each of these villagers' workstations. Like cartographer, I want to have some kind of a lookout tower. I need emeralds, not a map. That makes sense. Okay. Now, where's this gonna be? Alright, let's get on the roof. Oh, it's so close. That's kind of awesome, though. made any maps yet, I don't think. This is pretty cool to map out this area. Get an idea of how things are looking. What piece of armor did I want to try enchanting? Helmet. Yeah. With how damaged this armor is getting though, I think I should make a new one. Also, I'm just realizing why have I not been doing that this whole time? Aspiration 3? Protection 3. So, not very good. Item frame. Alright, that's where I was keeping the lapis lazuli ore. That makes sense. Fire protection, blast protection. I'll just try a book. Protection 3. guess I'll hold on to that because it's like a free book to add with one from my librarian if I ever decide to do that. I don't know. Respiration again. Protection 4 on the boots. Let's try the helmet. Ah! Well, I think that's all I was really hoping to accomplish today. About a 3-hour stream. Pretty good. Glad I had someone in chat to remind me to change scene. I don't know how long it would have taken me to notice that. Yeah, I was considering playing some more Hollow Knight because, well, I played Hollow Knight last I streamed, and I didn't play it for very long, partially because I wasn't feeling it a ton that day, and also because my controller was having some problems. But I think I've fixed the problem. I mean, I just like clicked down on the stick and rotated it a bit. And I haven't noticed anything playing Dark Souls / Elden Ring recently. So that seems to have helped at least. But yeah, so I was considering playing some more Hollow Knight today, which I also didn't mention. I am a day late. I was supposed to stream yesterday, Saturday, like my main stream day. Just didn't. Kind of wasn't feeling it, which happens. I think that's okay. But I streamed today instead, so that's something. But yeah, I do kind of want to. I'm kind of feeling like maybe trying to beat the Ender Dragon and get Elytra before the upcoming drop, Tiny Takeover. And that, I keep forgetting, one of the optimization things I did disabled the calendar on my computer, which is a little inconvenient, but I think it's fine. But yeah, Tiny Takeover, there's still a bit of time. It's probably going to be on the 24th. That is, I think, most likely when it will be. So there's a little over a week. So yeah, if I want to do that, then I kind of am needing to stream Minecraft a decent bit at the moment. Because next time, not going to go to the end. I want to, like I talked about previously, I want to fight a trial chamber first before I go to the end. I think I am already kind of late at getting around to a trial chamber. I already have really pretty good gear. So I want to do that before fighting the dragon. And then after that, I think I could just go fight the dragon and go for some Elytra. So that's just like 2 streams. But then there was also today where I needed to do a bit more prep work towards those things. The jungle was... Going to the jungle and swamp and stuff was irrelevant to all that. But just, yeah, wanted to have a bit more exploration, preparation kind of day, I guess. Well, yeah, I wanted it. I felt like having today be more about exploration, whereas going to the trial chamber when I know where the trial chamber is, that's not really exploring necessarily. Anyways, yeah, next time I'm gonna go tackle that trial chamber. That should be fun. Very fun. I like those things a lot. So, and hopefully I can get lucky with some good gear. I might even do the ominous version. I think there's a good chance that I do the ominous version. But at the same time, I could not do the ominous version, and I could save that for another day. And then that would allow me to get a little bit more out of that trial chamber, because, you know, if I do both in the same visit, then that's kind of like, it's kind of like one excursion. And so I'm kind of just getting less out of the trial chamber at that point, in a weird sort of way. Like I don't know. I think it feels a little more impactful to go back later to do the harder version. And especially when it's so close to my base. Yeah. I don't know I don't know how much time just the normal one will take up. I guess it depends on the size of the chamber. But yeah, what I might do that day, what I might do next time is do just the normal version of the trial chamber and then go to the stronghold. That would probably be like a decent length. And then that would also give a little bit more focus the following stream to just be about the end. Because I'm not just going to fight the dragon, I also do intend to go get an elytra, as I've said. And this all might feel a little bit like rushed, but I don't know. I've taken my time a good deal, and I think I'm feeling about ready to go and do all this stuff. You know, maybe could have had like some slower streams in between the trial chamber and going to the end and whatnot, but that's fine. It wasn't very much planned out, and I'm just kind of like in the mood to get elytra, and I'm like, I could check out the copper great wings before I switch off of them. before I switch back to the cherry cape. My next skin, I'm not sure if I'm even gonna use a cape though, to be honest. It doesn't really match the style of the skin. I still want custom elytra, of course, but I could instead use a texture pack and make like a custom elytra for myself. I think I said custom elytra before. I should have said unique elytra. But I could make a custom elytra for myself. Maybe. Elytra are weird. The textures of them, they're kind of like skins, where it's like an uploaded file, at least for the capes. So I don't think you can change those, unfortunately. But the base elytra texture, I'm pretty sure you can. So, yeah. Sure would be lovely if you could customize those, though. Capes as well, honestly, like... just let people have fun with it. I don't know. I think one of the best things they could do for capes is, and I've had this specific idea for a long time. You know, if you absolutely need to let people have their special exclusive capes, make them animated. Or even give them some kind of special effect, like how Endermen have, you know, special particle effects. Give those super special exclusive capes some kind of particle, or make them animated or something like that, and then just let people make their own custom capes. And for the capes that they tend to put out, the way that they've been releasing capes modern day, where they're a lot easier to obtain, but they're still exclusive for some reason. Those, since they're not as like high profile, I guess, as say like the Minecon capes, I think those could be similar to the Java skins that they've released, where it is just a download that they give people for a custom cape that you could make yourself. Like, it doesn't have to be anything crazy special. If they really want, they could, of course, release special ones that are animated or have an effect or whatever. But yeah, I think that would be a very good solution, because I just don't really see a strong reason as to why people shouldn't be able to just make their own capes. And elytra. And, you know, maybe both separately would be pretty cool. I do like the capes, but I also... Generally in games, capes aren't really my thing, because they just cover up a lot of your character, and I don't like that. I like to see more of my character. I probably would use custom capes for hair. It'd be really fun to use it as hair that hangs off the back and like moves around. In fact, I would adore that, actually. That would be amazing. So I would absolutely use a custom cape for that. But yeah, it would be really nice to be able to have a custom elytra without needing to have a cape. And you can turn your cape off in the settings, but I think... Does that change? Hang on, I actually feel like testing this right now. I'm just gonna create a random world, because obviously I can't test this in my survival world. So cape is on, elytra. Here's the fancy copper elytra. Of course, I already know what it looks like. But yeah, so if I just remove the cape, yeah, so it does change back to the default elytra. But yeah, it'd be nice if you didn't have to do that. I don't know. Oh. My luck strikes yet again. This is... Hold up. Yeah, I mean, I do mean it when I say I tend to have really good luck with world generation and stuff. What the heck? These things are usually like... They might be decently large, if you're lucky. A lot of the time, I want to say they are just like really small. This is crazy. See, if I had like this in my world, I don't think I would have been talking about starting switching to a different seed. What the heck? There. Wait, is there... Okay, I think that's a continuation of this one more so than like a separate biome. That is cool though. It's like some separation and then another one. The small one. That's actually kind of decent example though. That little bit over there is probably like what you're much more likely to find. Not this. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is amazing. I mean, yeah, like this is just a cool biome. It's one of how many fantasy biomes in the overworld? Obviously, all of the dimensions are fantasy. But the overworld is mostly very normal. So yeah, there's Ice Spikes, Mushroom Island, Deep Dark and Lush Caves are both fantasy. Dripstone Caves are fairly realistic. Lush Caves don't necessarily feel very fantasy, but normally you kind of need sunlight to have plants, so you don't really see lush caves in real life. What else? Pale Garden, and kind of the Dark Forest, is that what it's called? The normal version of the Pale Garden. It's kind of a fantasy biome, kind of not. Like, it has giant mushrooms. Yeah, it's kind of fantasy, but it's like probably the most normal of all the fantasy biomes. But that's like, I think 6. Did I count that right? I think so, yeah. So yeah, there's like 6 fantasy biomes in the overworld. And I think Ice Spikes, Mushroom Island, and Deep Dark are probably the most standout of those. So like when you find really big ones, it's something special. Anyways. Yeah, I don't know, I make a random world and then it's like, oh, there's a cool thing. But then I always make them in creative, and like I never want to use seeds when making a survival world. I always want to start a new random one. So it'd be nice if I could at least find a fun way of like sharing those more. someone could maybe get some use out of them. But yeah, oh, I've been talking for 20 minutes. How about that? Yeah, that'll be all for today. I'll be back. Supposed to stream tomorrow. That's one of my days, so maybe tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow. I guess we'll see how I'm feeling, but I'll try. I'll try to do tomorrow. And I'm excited for Minecraft Live. I think it's gonna be fun, and hopefully they start making the show more fun again, and not so much an ad fest. As much as I enjoy it, basically no matter what they do, I would appreciate more focus on like the updates and the developers talking about it and stuff. Or other things like some kind of substantial community involvement replacing the mob vote. As I said before, not actually affecting the game development necessarily. That didn't work very well in my opinion. But I don't know, something would be cool. But yeah, regardless, I'm excited. Very excited to see what the summer drop will be, because possibly something really big. We'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna go watch some anime with my mom. Full Metal Alchemist, I think. That's a good show. I shall see you later. Farewell.